Hello everyone and welcome back to NASCAR Heat 2 Career Mode. Today we have the first race of the Cup Series playoffs here in Chicagoland. You see, we are going into Chicago just 1 point to the good, so we certainly have a bit of work to do, but Chicago is actually a pretty easy track with the AI. I think we'll have a good chance at the beginning. It's just how we conserve our tires. That's really the big thing, but let's go into the race here for Chicago for the first race of the playoffs.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Chicagoland Speedway for the Tales of the Turtles 400. Round one of the NASCAR playoff starts today, and 16 of these drivers will need all the turtle power they can muster if they want to win a championship. So they'll need to tame this 1.5-mile D-shaped tri-oval if they hope to advance. Let's get things started.
There you have it from the PRN guy. What a beautiful city Chicago is, really. I love the city. But here we go for the green flag in Chicago. The first race of the playoffs is underway right off the bat. We start behind our rival, DJ Kennington. But he shouldn't be too big of a deal. We should be able to get by him easily. I would hope anyways. But right off the bat, we're going to go to the outside, which is kind of expected from me. That's usually what I do. Gaining a handful of spots right off the bat. We come up to Michael McDowell. He's going to leave the outside open, so we're going to take it. Take full opportunity of the outside being left open here.
Still a car out there.
Coming to the end of lap 1. We have already gained about 15 positions here. Passing our first playoff contender, Ryan Newman, and now we have another playoff contender, Dale Earnhardt Jr. And Casey Kane as well. I'm surprised he made the playoffs, but I forget where he got his win. But that's the only reason he got in. He won one race. But here's Trevor Bayne, one of our new rivals now, as well as Denny Hamlin there on his inside. Another rival here, Austin Dillon. But we've got a lot of speed right now that we're just flying through the field. I mean, 2 laps down, we're already just about in the top 10. That's how slow the AI is in Chicago. But I know that towards the end, it's going to change, and the tires are going to wear on me. So we're just going to have to try and get as big of a gap as we can. On the outside of Ryan Blaney. Not sure how far he's going to go in the playoffs. If I have to make a prediction, I think he's going to be out in probably the second round. But we make a little bit of contact with our teammate Kyle Larson there in the right rear. Did not mean to do that. But now we are behind Kurt Busch, another rival, of course. I thought about going to the inside of him, but as you can see, I just couldn't make it work as our teammate Larson there. Just barely keeping his nose stuck in there. But now we're going to try and make the pass on the outside. We're going to have to hope Kurt doesn't put us in the wall here as we go to the outside of Logano and Kyle Busch and take them 3 wide. We now clear the 22 car as we are on the outside of just Kyle Busch. We might be able to clear him here out of turn 2. We were able to get past him as we now come to just 2.5 laps to go. We have Chase Elliott on our inside. We're passing him, and we have his teammate Jimmy Johnson who's leading, but we've run him down as well as we have a chance to take the lead with 2 laps to go in stage 1. Side by side going into turn 1, they slow down really early there, and that certainly gave me the opportunity to pass the 48, and now we are clear of him, and we are checking out to try and win stage 1. It's been, I think, since Darlington, since we've won a stage, which it was like since Kansas. Actually, I don't know if I won a stage in Kansas, but we might have. But it was like since Kansas, I didn't win a stage from Kansas until Darlington, and now we are on the cusp of winning stage 1 here in Chicago. I mean, we are just checking out real fast here. We're already 6/10 ahead of Jimmy Johnson, as you can see on the leaderboard. One thing I would like to point out for NASCAR Heat 3, what I would like to see is some type of points as a run screen. That would be really helpful in this game for the playoff races. But we will win stage 1. But yeah, that's just a thought. I would love to see that in the future NASCAR Heat 3, and as well as changing paint schemes in career mode. I think that was really lazy that they didn't get that in there. But hopefully next game. But we're going to take no tires, no repairs. We put half a can of fuel in it. Chase Elliott and a few other guys somehow jumped Jimmy Johnson there. But now we are green for stage 2. We got one of our rivals, Brad Keselowski, there running 4th. But I don't think we're going to have to worry about him. I don't think we're going to have to worry about anyone this stage either.
All clear.
I really do think we will be able to pull away shortly, probably at the end of this lap, and win stage 2 as well. Already putting a little bit of a gap between ourselves and Martin Truex Jr. Possibly, he could possibly be a playoff favorite here. But we're not really a playoff favorite. We only had one win, and that was at Kansas. And hopefully we can get another. I feel like we could get a win here in Chicago is our best shot this round. Next round, I think our best shot will be, really, I think that Charlotte and Kansas, we could possibly win both of those races. But third round, certainly Martinsville. If we don't win Martinsville, then who knows where we're going to get a victory then. But Homestead, you never know. I mean, I feel like we'll run strong there, but I don't think we'll necessarily be right at the front. So hopefully we can actually advance far in the playoffs, though, and maybe get to the Final Four, as we are just right now just checking out from these guys. They're not really competing much, but I know that right front tire is going to wear, so I mean, we should be taking this as an opportunity to actually try and save my tires a bit. Now coming to just 7 laps to go in stage 2. We could run up towards the wall, but I kind of don't want to do that right now. Just because, what if I hit the wall and knock it down and then ruins our race? So I'm going to slowly creep up to there, but I don't want to go right up against that wall quite yet. I feel like certainly running up the wall to the wall is the better option later in this race now, as we have just 2 laps to go in stage 2. That gap is now enormous. 3 seconds between myself and Jimmy Johnson as we get into the wall on the exit of turn 2 there. The car is certainly starting to get a little bit tighter, and I know it's due to that right front tire. But we're just trying to hang on to the end of stage 2. And hopefully in stage 3 we'll be able to pull away as fast as we can, just to get enough of a gap before the tires really start to wear. You see the right front right now, 54%. So it is significantly more worn than any other tire. All the other tires were in the 70s percentage range. Going into turn 3 in stage 2 one final time. As long as I don't wreck it right here, we will win stage 2. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to get another playoff point, 2 playoff points to start the playoffs off right now. I'll take it. Looks like Truex got Johnson at the line there. So there's your top 5, and there's the top 10. Larson got 10th there. Elliott and Truex are pitting. I don't know why. And we're not even going to bother pitting. I mean, we're good on fuel. That right front certainly is a concern. But there's your run through. Timmy Hill pitting from 39th. Maybe he can work his way up to 35th. But let's get ready for the green flag. Jimmy Johnson starting on our outside since Truex elected to pit. Not sure the reason behind him and Elliott pitting. Some type of strategy call that certainly I don't think is going to work out in their favor. But obviously we are green, and stage 3, the last stage, is only 12 laps. So, I mean, they don't even have enough time to work their way towards the front from pitting anyways. But Harvick is going to get past the 48 and is right behind us now. Cannot tell who's third, actually. It might be Brad Keselowski. But Johnson certainly not having the best restart as we go up to the wall. I mean, I would kind of like to run the bottom, but the right front is not really allowing me to do that very well. At a turn 2, we are certainly putting a bit of a gap between us and the field again. How long will that last? So that's the real question here. Coming at a turn 4 now, just 10 laps to go at the line.
Last 10 laps here, focus.
That 4 car is actually coming back here. I mean, I would love to run the bottom, but I can't. Just try to hold these guys off as long as I can. Oh, we certainly got tight there. Just about got up into the wall. That's going to allow these guys behind us to close in just a little bit more. 9 to go. Trying to get our first win of the season in the playoffs and get our second win overall as we get in the wall in turn 1. That is not going to help me at all. That's going to allow the 4 car to close right back up on us. Now he's looking to the inside just a little bit. We do have him cleared out of turn 4. 8 to go at the line, but now we come to just 5 to go this time by at the line. We're still holding off Harvick. He has been looking to the inside. This time pretty even with us coming to the line. 5 to go, and he is right there on our inside. We're trying to hold him off. The right front, though, at this point is just giving away. And honestly, I'm just trying to make it to the end without blowing the right front. But I'm also trying so hard to win this race to lock myself into the next round. But I know that based off of our performance in stage 1 and 2, we're going to be well above that cut line now as long as we don't wreck out. But Harvick clears us out of turn 4. Trying to fight back on the outside here. Jimmy Johnson's also closing in. He got past Brad Keselowski. I just can't get through the center of the corner well at all anymore. Now Johnson on our inside. We do have straightaway speed still against these guys. But yeah, the performance in this car is just slipping through my hands now, as Jimmy Johnson is going to clear me as well, as we just have 3 laps to go. Diving into turn 1, hope for the best. A little bit of contact with the 48. We might get the wall a bit here. No, we're going to keep it off, thankfully. We're close enough still to these guys that if we just get some type of luck, we can make something happen. If we can just hang with them until the white flag. Just 2 laps to go here at the line. Harvick still leads. Can he hold off the 48? You see the right front there was at 26%. I'm not worried unless it gets under about 17. That's usually around the area of concern. As we get into the wall out of turn 2, his tire's just going away. Kyle Busch passes us. Brad Keselowski has passed me, and that's going to certainly end our chances at a victory here in Chicago. Oh, the 4 car is coming to pit road. That's going to slow up the 48 who got into the back of him. We're going to pass the 48. Holy crap, the 2 guys running 1-2 just lost the race. I don't know why Harvick would come to pit road there. As we go to the outside of Keselowski, I'm going to be a little careful there. I don't want to get wrecked by a rival. But now Kyle Busch, who has not won a race all season, in the first playoff race of the season, is going to take the lead coming in through turns 3 and 4. And now he has a chance to go to victory lane as Jimmy Johnson closes right back up on me. The right front is just dead. So he's probably going to get me at the line. I'm going to try and beat him. But Kyle Busch gets his first win of the year. Johnson gets us at the line, and we finish 4th in Chicago. That was a dramatic last lap right there. Holy crap. I don't know. Harvick just, I mean, wow. I mean, that could really hurt him in the playoffs now at that point. He was leading coming to the white, and it all went out the drain there. It's kind of like when Dale Jr. ran out of fuel in 2011 Coke 600 right in front of Kevin Harvick, except I don't think Harvick was out of fuel, but he does finish dead last. So we only gained 1 extra spot out of that, but you see Harvick is still 9 points to the good, so it's not too bad. Obviously, we came in 1 to the good, we leave 27 to the good. Kyle Busch is locked into the next round. Blaney, Elliott, Kenseth, and Kane are your 4 drivers on the outside looking in after Chicago. And we led 23 laps, the most laps led in that race. It's unfortunate that the right front didn't hang on. It's kind of my fault. I think I should have saved my tires more in stage 2 when I had such a big gap. So that was my fault. All right, we have a video message. Let's see what it is.
Hey, you've been a professional out on the track lately. It's nice to see you race clean and smart. Keep that up, and you're going to make a lot of friends on the racetrack.
My rival Brad Keselowski. Oh, well, there it is. Thank you, Matt Kenseth. But my rival Brad Keselowski talks about how I've been racing professional against people and not making enemies. Okay, that's a little ironic. But yeah, there's the playoff standings. Newman is in by 2. Blaney's out by 2. Elliott out by 6. Kenseth out by 7. And Kane out by 12. I don't think Kane's going anywhere. He's probably gonna easily get eliminated. But as long as we have a solid race in New Hampshire, we'll probably be in pretty good shape going into Dover there. So, do we have any new rivals? Doesn't look like it. Boyer is mad, though. But that'll do it for this episode of Career Mode in NASCAR. I'll see you guys next time in New Hampshire. Thank you for watching.